The NYSID 2017 Preferred Source Champion Award is presented to New York State Senator Robert G. Ortt.
Thank you very much. It's always very humbling to receive an award, especially from an organization like NYSID. As it was said, I chair the Senate Committee on Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities, and I'm also a veteran, so NYSID kind of punches two very big buttons as far as I'm concerned with your work on behalf of veterans and obviously working on employment for those who are differently abled. It's really wonderful to be able to advocate for those who sometimes don't have a voice and to be able to go to fight essentially for resources and for legislation on behalf of families and people who so desperately need a strong voice. And I know Aileen is that in the Assembly, and I try to be that in the Senate. You know, it's amazing if you give someone a job, how many other problems that solves. It's amazing how, you know, it's really no different for able-bodied folks. If you don't have a job, there's 100 other problems that pop up at some point because you don't have a job, because you can't pay the rent or pay the mortgage, because you can't buy food. And then there are several other areas of the government that have to come in and try to deal with that. So all the different issues that Aileen and I hear about and many of you hear about, if you find someone a job, it's amazing how much that can help. So it's really humbling, but it's also a privilege to be able to work along NYSID. I was proud that the bill, which I sponsor in the Senate, that would change a 40-year-old law. Now I'm 38, and I know as you get to 40, you know, things don't always work the way they used to, and you got to work out harder, change your diet. Well, it's the same for legislation, right? After 40 years, there needs to be some tweaking going on, and I was proud to say we passed that bill 62-0 in the New York State Senate, 62-0. And that shows you that there is broad support. And if the bills I know is brought to the floor again in the Senate, it will pass. And I will work alongside Aileen, and I know she is a vociferous advocate for this legislation. And I know she will do everything to get it on the floor of the Assembly to get it passed and get it sent to the governor's desk for his signature. So it's a pleasure to work alongside you. I want to thank all of you for the work you do on behalf of our mutual constituents. God bless you. Thank you guys very much.